Hey everyone, Jake Wisely from FulltimeFilmmaker.com, and today we're going to be recreating the Batman. I have with me Brady Bissett. Brady and I are going to be doing our best to recreate the interrogation scene between the Batman and the Riddler from the movie. We both just saw the movie probably a few times now. It's on HBO Max now, we've been watching all the time. We love this movie. I mean, from a cinematography standpoint, just beautiful, right? So there's a lot of challenges to recreate that look, and we're excited to break it down with you today.
Big shoes to fill, but I think we can do it.
Let's do it. Before we dive in, this video is sponsored by Storyblocks. We love using their assets to really help our YouTube videos pop and stand out, whether that's with titles, audio tracks, images, After Effects templates, sound effects, graphics, whatever. Storyblocks is the complete stock solution with over 1 million royalty-free assets. With their affordable subscription plans, you can download and try any asset you want. And with their unlimited all-access plan, you can quickly try out multiple options and see what video or sound or title best fits your project. As filmmakers, we're always looking for high quality solutions that will save us time when we need to create a sound or a title or a graphic. And that's the need that Storyblocks saw in the industry and decided to fill. We'll put a link to Storyblocks in the description below, or just go to storyblocks.com/Parker. Thanks again, Storyblocks, for sponsoring today's video. Our friend Dallin built this frame out of wood, painted it black, bought some chicken wire. We rolled it across the entire thing and then went to Home Depot, paid like $100 on this huge thing of plexiglass and covered the entire window. Ideally, we would have put plexiglass on both sides of the window, but we didn't want to spend that much money. So what we're gonna do is when we do the other coverage of the Batman, we're just gonna flip this whole window. And then we have this whole window on these C-stands here so we can adjust the height for the actor. Another thing our set department did, our good friend Dallin, is he went and built these walls. And we spent the last few days painting them and kind of adding some textures to them. So ideally, we would have built 8. We had planned to build 8, but we just had time constraints and resource constraints, and so we built 4. But essentially, we just bought some wood, and he just nailed these things together, framed them up. We bought some plexiglass, some rails, some rods, and then we just built these to look somewhat close to what the Batman set looks like in the shot. Have some mesh coming in through here. Should look good. So in the shot, the Riddler and the Batman are talking, the audio's always sounding like it's coming through one of those microphones that are built into the windows at prisons. And so what our set deck guy did is he just bought some shower drains and we're just gaff taping them onto the window to look like it's a speaker. And then we'll have like a little wire coming down to kind of sell the overall image. But in the Batman scene, they shoot through this thing as foreground a lot. Oh. Kyle, did you say mount this upside down? Is that what you told me? Yeah. This is Kyle Abbott. He produced this project with us today. Today, because we're a minimal crew, I'm also having him be our first AC. We're shooting on the red Raptor today, an 8K on some Kawa vintage anamorphic lenses.
So that's your lens mark?
Oh.
To the left, this metal part. And then pull it that way. Yeah, it's technically not right now. That's all.
Check these out. These are Kawa anamorphic lenses. So these are vintage anamorphic lenses, a couple of decades old, and they should give us kind of the same look that the Batman gives us. But with the Batman, he didn't want the sci-fi anamorphic look, because as you guys know, anamorphic lenses will, when you shoot into light, it causes these blue streaks to go across your screen, right? Kind of like in Star Trek and stuff like that. But he didn't want the Batman to feel like a sci-fi movie. He wanted to reflect the comics, which were in the 70s and 80s. They created these vintage anamorphic lenses, that beautiful anamorphic and that spherical bokeh, but without those, sci-fi flares, which we don't want. I think this set is worth upwards of $130,000, so. I like the one previous, the
6 to 5?
I think that just gives me a little bit more freedom.
So if you want flares with a light in the shot, people shoot 4.3.
Okay.
Cutting ass lights.
Just the down arrow, yeah. We're smudging the glass, and all we have are donuts and food, so I'm just gonna kind of smudge some dirty fingers. So we're using a donut, here we go.
Jake, you just added 15 years to that glass.
So this is really the only main practical light we see coming in the shot. And the flares it gives off, the reflections it gives off in the Riddler's glasses, and the Batman's eyes, it's on both sides of this window wall. And so we're mounting 2 nan lights to the window here to act as those practicals. And those will motivate the lights we bring in. So if we do end up bringing like another key light or some diffusion up top, the audience will know that the source of that light is coming from this. And then we just bought these little cages from Home Depot for like 10 bucks each. But this is our main source of light, and now we're just gonna kind of light up the rest of the scene. Probably kill all these overhead lights first and then make it happen. What we have going on back here, we have some V-flats because we don't want to see the warehouse we're in through the windows. So we're just gonna kind of black out the background through these windows and then shine light through them. This window specifically, there is a practical light, like a street lamp, just pouring through the window, giving us some warm light.
I'm gonna set up a light to boom over this wall because we've got this blue color cast that's gonna be on the wall. It's just a very subtle, cool tone light that's just kind of spreading, filling in the ambience on the back of the wall. So I'm using a flex light right now, the Amaranth flex light, because we're gonna go over the top of this wall. Flex light's super lightweight. It's a panel. It's gonna be soft. Once I run it through the diffusion, it's gonna be even softer. It's got a grid if I need to isolate it as well. So by having a lightweight fixture that can go overhead the wall, it's always a perfect bet because you don't need a lot of grip equipment or sandbags to hold anything in place. It's just safer. It's easier to work with.
So we're gonna walk you through every light really quick and what it does to our scene.
The first light that we're gonna use is our key light, which we have really a mix of in-frame practicals and key light here, which is these two Pavo tubes that we've got rigged on each side because we've got one on the Batman side, one on the Riddler side. So we went and added that, and that's starting to give us the look that we want already. But then we saw that we were getting a lot of sharp, protruding shadows, especially across the cheekbones and jawline. So we added in one more light here, just as an overhead key to soften things up, which is this flex light again. We've got a Amaranth F22X, balanced to the same 6,000 Kelvin color temperature as is these lights here, but we have a layer of diffusion on it and a grid to isolate it.
Already looking super good, but now our background is too dark, right? We want some light coming from the background. We want to light up our background set and not just have him look all sinister.
So to do that, we wanted to match that backsplash light that we've got kind of on the back wall, and we took an F22 Amaranth F22C, again matched to that 6,000 Kelvin, and that's just this really top light gradient that you're gonna get on the background. Looks fantastic, but then we realized we needed some color contrast, didn't we?
Absolutely need some color contrast. In the scene, it's like some street lamps pouring through the windows.
So one of the lamps that we have is actually back behind the wall. We've got an F21X, very subtle, very low, warm tungsten, bouncing back on a V-flat just to create that glow in that frame right window. And then just to give it a little bit more accent and rim light kind of on the bars, on the grates that you see there, we added a 300X as well, which really adds a little bit of sharpness and texture and quality to that window there as well.
And gives our actor a nice little rim light around his face there on the shadow side. And that's the setup. And then all that's left is putting our Batman actor in the frame. So it's a dirty OTS shot, and then we're just gonna add some fill light on the Batman. I mean, that's the lighting. I mean, I think it looks pretty close. It's not exact, but it's ours, and I think it looks really good. And all that's left now is to shoot the scene, and then after we shoot the Riddler's coverage, we'll flip the set and film the Batman's, and I think it looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
All right, let's do it. Character-wise, we've seen the movie a few times. You start off a little smirky, a little happy, because this whole ploy has been your basically reckoning on Gotham. In the movie, Paul Dano is just he's so happy to see Batman. He's so relieved. Almost feels like his savior has arrived to join forces with him. You want to make sure you're not associated with anything like him, right? Your character, you're trying to create a symbol of hope in Gotham. All right, 3, 2, 1, and action.
Oh, goodness, look at you. Your mask is amazing. I wish you could have seen me in mine.
Why did you write me?
What do you mean?
All those cards.
We're in this together.
Love this. This is awesome. Well, I think with the difference I want to do, a little softer. Almost not raspy, but softer. Let's just run through this one more time, and we'll cut after we're not a team, okay? We didn't do anything together from Batman. 3, 2, 1, action.
We didn't do anything together.
We did. We just did. I asked you to bring him into the light, and you did. We're such a great team.
We're not a team.
I like that a lot. Let's move on to the next coverage. Right there. Okay, Dallin, let's have you step in if you don't mind. Leaning up against, even closer. And then he's off balance. You continue on. This is on your head, and that's when you start to get a little more heated. 3, 2, 1, action.
You think you'll be remembered? You're a pathetic psychopath begging for attention.
No. Ah! This is not how this was supposed to go!
Just wrapped the Riddler's coverage, and so now we're gonna flip the entire set. So the walls are being rearranged. We're gonna have different lights coming through different angles, just so it doesn't look like we're shooting on the same wall. This is Brendan, by the way, our trusty audio guy. We've missed him, we love him. And this isn't plugged in, come on. Let's get down to it. Come on, Brendan. So you're gonna be you're on this side of his shoulder. Okay. So you should be facing like this.
Right.
But instead they have him kind of always apprehensive because he's a psychopathic killer. And 3, 2, 1, action.
Look at you. Your mask is incredible. I wish you could have seen me in mine.
Why did you write me?
What do you mean?
All those cards.
And then Spence, let's have you up against it. I just want to see where you're gonna be ending and hitting the glass. Yeah, we're gonna roll. This looks great. 2, 1, action.
This is all in your head. You're sick, twisted. You think you'll be remembered? You're a pathetic psychopath, begging for attention.
Oh, on watch what?
Okay. Step forward. Watch what? And that's when I want you to punch the glass.
Watch what?
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
That was it. That was it. That was money. I'm so happy. That's a wrap. And that is a wrap, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We thought it came together pretty well. A lot of moving parts, a lot of challenges, a lot of adjustments we had to make. It is not easy to recreate a multi-million-dollar production, but with what we had and the amazing cast and crew we were given, I think we did a pretty good job. Also, huge thanks to our full-time filmmaker members who came on set today to help out. For those a part of our online course, you get access to in-person job shadows like this. So if you want to join our online course, Full-Time Filmmaker, which has over 600 tutorials and over 20,000 students from all over the world who are learning and growing and becoming professional filmmakers, click the link below. We've uploaded a free 1-hour training in the description below, so head there if you haven't already. But that's it for today, you guys. Enjoy the final result and let us know down in the comments what movie you want to see us recreate next. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any further questions, please let us know.
Oh, goodness. Look at you. Your mask is amazing. I wish you could have seen me in mine.
Why did you write me?
What do you mean?
All those cards.
We've been doing this together, you and me.
We didn't do anything together.
We did. We just did. I asked you to bring him into the light, and you did. We're such a great team.
We're not a team.
You showed me what was possible. You showed me that all that it takes is a little fear and focused violence. You inspired me.
You're out of your mind.
What?
This is all in your head. You're sick, twisted. You think you'll be remembered? You're a pathetic psychopath, begging for attention.
No.
You're going to die alone in Arkham.
No.
A nobody!
This is not how this was supposed to go! We were gonna be safe here! I had it all planned out! We were gonna watch the whole thing together.
Watch what?
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
What have you done?
What's black and blue and dead all over? You, if you think you can stop what's coming.
What have you done?
Ave Maria.